If you've ever combined a magical family vacation with a low-budget survival reality show, you've probably taken your toddlers to Disney. Hello everybody, and welcome back to your Delaware Disney people. If you've ever pushed a stroller 10 miles, paid $8 for a snack that your kid took one bite of, and then carried them while they screamed because their balloon looked at them wrong, congratulations, you're qualified to watch this video. Today, we are going to break down the top 10 mistakes that parents make when taking their toddlers to Disney. Because if you didn't know these mistakes, Disney will teach you. Aggressively. Let's get into it. Mistake number 1. Trying to do everything. You're going to walk into Disney like, we're going to do every ride, we're going to do every show, we're going to do every dining reservation, let's go! And then reality sets in. Meanwhile, your toddler walks in like, I just want to sit on the ground and eat a cracker. You may have a full itinerary, but they have one goal: chaos. And by 11:30 a.m., your plan is falling apart faster than your patience in a 90-minute line. The solution? Disney's 3-2-1 rule. That's right, you will be picking 3 rides, 2 other attractions, such as shows, and 1 dining reservation, or just 1 quick service meal. If you do more, incredible, you're a legend. And if not, congratulations, you've just avoided a public meltdown outside of a churro stand. Mistake number 2. The most dangerous lie that parents will tell themselves. They'll just sleep in the stroller. But will they? Will they actually nap while a marching band is walking past? While it's 95 degrees? And while you're aggressively steering over cobblestone like you're playing Mario Kart? No. No, they will not. Instead, what you will get is a 20-minute rest period in which your toddler will wake up feeling like they have been personally betrayed by sleep itself. Fix that. Take a real break, which will then include a real nap. Because a tired toddler at Disney isn't just tired. They're an emotional roller coaster with no seatbelt. Mistake number 3. Not using rider switch. Some parents think that once you have a toddler, the big rides are over. Like, well, I guess I'll have to visit Space Mountain again in another 7 to 10 years. Wrong. Disney heard you, and they said, we got you. It's called rider switch. Here's how it works. One parent rides, the other parent waits with the toddler, then, when the rider is finished, you switch, without parent number 2 having to wait again. It's teamwork, it's efficient, it's just beautiful. And honestly, that solo ride might be the closest thing you get to peace all day. You might find yourself sitting on the ride thinking, no one is touching me. No one is asking for snacks. Is this happiness? Mistake number 4. Ignoring ride height requirements. Guys, this one's brutal. You hype up a ride, your kid is excited, you're excited. You get to the front of the line, and then the cast member comes up and says, sorry, not tall enough. Now your toddler is devastated, and then you have to find a way somehow to explain safety to someone who thinks that bedtime is a suggestion. There is an easy fix to this one, guys. Check ride height requirements ahead of time, because nothing will ruin the magic of Disney faster than saying, I'm sorry, buddy, you can't ride this, after they've been waiting in 95-degree heat. That, my friends, is not a conversation. That's a meltdown origin story. Mistake number 5. Not bringing a stroller. I think they'll walk. Respectfully, no. Disney will turn toddlers into makeshift marathon runners who suddenly find a way to just stop halfway during the day. And at some point, they will just stop, sit on the ground, look up at you and say, "Carry me." And now you will be carrying a toddler, a backpack, snacks, drinks, and what's left of your dignity. Just bring a stroller. Even if they only use it for 1 hour, that hour could save your trip and possibly your sanity. Oh, by the way, it also becomes your storage unit, your snack vault, and your emotional support vehicle. Mistake number 6. Underestimating the Florida heat. Let's talk about that Florida heat for a minute. It's not regular heat. It is, "Why am I sweating through my socks?" heat. Now just imagine, say, being 3 years old in that environment. They're hot, they're tired, they're overstimulated. You're hot, you're tired, you're overstimulated. Suddenly, everyone's negotiating, saying things like, "If we can all just sit down for 1 minute, we might all survive this." The solution? Hydrate constantly. Use cooling towels, and most importantly, take indoor breaks. Understand each park that you are in. Know the indoor attractions or those with indoor queues. Know the baby care centers. These are air-conditioned places where you and your toddlers can go and just be. You don't have to just go in there, change diapers. No, they have sitting rooms, they have TVs, which are playing movies. It is a great place for you and the kids to just take a breath. Because once your toddler overheats, you're no longer continuing with your day. You will be ending it early with melted snacks, meltdowns, and a ton of regret. Mistake number 7. Skipping character experiences. Some parents choose to skip the character experiences, saying things like, "They won't remember it." Maybe, maybe not. But you won't forget it. And in that moment, that could very well be their Super Bowl. Seeing their favorite character in real life, it's almost like you meeting your childhood hero. Except they're wearing oversized gloves and don't talk. So to solve that, try at least one character experience in each trip. And yes, there's always that 50-50 chance that your toddler will either run up and hug them or cry like you just introduced them to their worst nightmare. Either way, it's a core memory. Mistake number 8. Poor snack planning. Guys, toddlers do not just get hungry. They hit a wall. 1 second, they're perfectly fine. The next, they suddenly haven't eaten in 10 years. And therefore, the solution? Snacks. Snacks everywhere. In the stroller, in the bag, in your pockets, hidden all over like you're preparing for the snack apocalypse. Because sometimes the only thing standing between you and a meltdown is a fruit snack. Mistake number 9. Forgetting to be present. Guys, this one's real. It's so easy to get so focused on the next ride, the next meal, the next experience, that you forget to actually experience what you're currently doing. Meanwhile, your kid is right next to you, losing their mind over bubbles. The solution, guys, just pause. Watch your kids. Laugh with your kids. Be present in the moment and in the magic with them. Because I promise you, they're not thinking about wait times. They're just trying to have the time of their life with you on Main Street. And finally, the biggest mistake. Trying to make it perfect. Listen, guys, it's not going to be perfect. There will be meltdowns. There will be delays. There will be unexpected chaos. At some point, someone's going to cry. That someone might be you. The reality is, you need to let that go. Lower the pressure. Laugh at the chaos. Because one day, you'll look back and realize that those messy, chaotic moments were actually some of the best ones. So guys, at the end of the day, Disney with Toddlers isn't about doing everything. It's about just surviving the day with barely enough energy to look at each other and say, yeah, we'd do that again. So if this helped you out in any way, shape, or form, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications so you can be notified of all of our future content, and drop a comment down below. What's the most chaotic thing that's ever happened to you at Disney World? We certainly look forward to hearing from all of you guys. And I know you've got stories. Until then, take care everyone, and we'll see you in the next one.